The foundation of an educational ideology consists of three key questions. What is the purpose of education, how it should be organized, and how it should be delivered? Throughout this presentation, I will explain my educational ideology through evaluating and explaining those three questions. I will support my ideas and beliefs through using the current educational policy and practice in England and educational theories. I believe that identifying and articulating the purpose of education is essential because it is central to the academic, political, and social decisions regarding on how education is organized and delivered in schools. Within my educational ideology, I believe that there are three key purposes in education: to provide the building blocks of knowledge and allow children to build on their own education through their interests, to empower children to gradually develop and achieve self-realization, and to provide the learner with knowledge and skills which prepare them for adult life after school. I believe that education should provide children with a base of knowledge which progresses over stages in their development. However, the knowledge that is delivered should be focused on the child's interests. In my opinion, a child's learning process is significantly influenced through their interests. This is supported by the quote which states that interest is essential to academic success. Montessori's approach also supports this notion as it is child-centered and focuses on the child's interest in learning. One of the main factors which motivates children to learn is how interesting they find the topic or task. The more interesting the child finds a topic or task, they become more motivated to complete it, and the amount of learning is increased. Children often also have low attention spans, which is why it is important for teachers to keep the child engaged in learning. A child's attention is influenced by their level of interest. If they are interested, there is a greater chance of them sustaining focus and engaging in what is being taught to them. Throughout a child's education, they learn skills and knowledge which gives them a better understanding of the world. The experiences and social interactions which occur help them form them into the person that they are. I believe, as stated earlier, that education should focus on the child's interests and aspirations in life. Education should provide children with all the tools and experiences to develop and reach their full potential and achieve self-realization. I believe that the current educational policy and practice in England prepares children for adult life, however not in the right way. Education typically focuses on teaching theories and intellectual skills rather than teaching students how to manage and react to practical situations which occur in adult life. The curriculum aims to provide people with the skills and knowledge to secure a good job and contribute to the economy. However, I think that students should also be taught about money management, mortgages, how to open and manage a bank account, and debt. I think this because it provides valuable skills that can be used in all aspects of living in a modern society. Schools that are academies have more control over their organisation and delivery of education. Academies have the choice of not following the national curriculum and are able to select and organise their own term times, whereas state-funded schools have little to less freedom and it is a statutory requirement to follow the national curriculum. I believe that academies are better because it gives the school more freedom from the government and allows teachers to divert or adjust the curriculum to facilitate particular needs and interests of the children. Within an educational ideology, Bartlett and Burton state that there are three key principles: ideologies that emphasize on the individual, knowledge, and society. Within my educational ideology, I think it is important to have aspects from all three of these principles. Through having a child-centered and knowledge-based approach, it focuses on the individual's needs and interests, and the knowledge is adapted around this. Montessori's approach involves both, and she believes this gives children a sense of freedom and gives them the opportunity to select their own experiences and develop their skills and interests. I agree with this and think this is important to allow children to develop at their own stages. I think emphasizing society is important as well because it focuses on skills and attributes within children to prepare them for when they finish education. The government and Montessori both support emphasizing society because it is important to create confident workers who can contribute to an improved economy. I believe that the role of the teacher is to support and guide children to develop their knowledge and skills for the children to reach their full potential. I agree with the quote from the Department of Education because it creates effective teaching by ensuring children will fully comprehend what they have been taught. I also believe that teachers should promote and praise good progress. Rewarding good behaviour and progress is essential and is proven by Skinner's theory of positive reinforcement. I think the national curriculum is effective, however, I believe it can be adapted further. The national curriculum is set out to provide an outline of essential knowledge children should learn. However, it is very knowledge based and lacks a child centered approach. I think the curriculum should be adapted around the child's interests. As well as focusing on the child's interest, I think there should be a section of statutory knowledge based on the responsibilities and experiences a child faces as an adult. To conclude, my educational ideology contains three key purposes of education: to provide children with knowledge and allow children to build their own education through their interests, to empower children to gradually develop and achieve self-realization, and provide the learner with knowledge and skills which prepare them for life after school. I believe that within the organisational education, academies are the next step forward, and I believe that the delivery of education should contain all three principles, emphasising the individual, knowledge and society. The role of the teacher is to support and guide children to learn to the best of their potential, and the national curriculum should be adapted to focus on the child's interests and be more child-centred.